Hi there, Lauren here. Now I wanted to share with you quite a sort of a funny story about what I don't want to happen to you as a business organizer of an event. So I had registered for an event a couple of weeks ago and I was really keen and eager to attend. It was all written in my diary and I'd registered about 3 weeks prior. Now a couple of days before, in the Facebook event page, there wasn't a lot of activity. I was like, that's a little bit interesting. Anyway, another participant had noted in there to say, hey, is this event still on? And I was like, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm still keen, I'm there. And but we hadn't heard anything else. So anyway, lo and behold, on this specific time, I did go to the event at the scheduled time, and unfortunately, no one else did. So apart from having a lovely banana milkshake, I was a little bit bummed out because I had committed that time. So it had me thinking, what went wrong? Where was the gap in that communication from whether the event's being held and with all the participants that had registered and the ones that were also maybes? So some of the things that we share and we encourage you to do when you are organising an event is to communicate with your attendees from the time that they register right through to the time that your event is being held. And the purpose for this is to generate that excitement. Know that the event's on, and so that they are continuously engaged with you and committed to attend the event that they've previously RSVP'd for. Second reason is to information share. Let them know little pieces of information and tips and guidance so that they're so keen and eager to attend because they know what they're going to be installed for, what they're going to be learning more about. And the third thing is you want to continuously to engage with your participants. So by the time everyone walks in the room, it's quite a warm room. Everyone's starting to know each other. They've heard from you. They've heard from you in the different platforms that we'll share with, and everyone's sort of quite warm and hot to move forward into the next stage and to conduct the event, whether it's an information session or a networking function or a conference and so on. So the 3 areas that I would like you to consider when you have your registrants have now RSVP'd for them to attend. So the 3 things that I'd like you to put in place when you are communicating with your attendees from the time that they're registered to the time of your event. And that is to identify the channel that you'll be communicating with your attendees, identify the frequency that you're going to be communicating, and the third, identify the information that you share. So let's just quickly deep dive into each of those. The first is the channel. Let's identify which channel you're going to be communicating with your attendees. So it could be through an email, it could be through a Facebook event page, it could be through a Facebook group that you've created. So I'd like you to identify what is the channel. The second is the frequency. How often will you provide and share information? Is it daily? Is it weekly? And so on. So the different channels may encompass a different frequency. And this is a great opportunity to now just get on the front foot to identify when you're going to release information. So also the participants are quite, they're starting to expect that they're going to receive. So if they're starting to receive an email weekly, if they've registered with you, say, a month prior, and you start email them weekly, they're going to start expecting to receive that. And it also continuously keeps them engaged and eager to find out the next piece of information that you share. And the third is the content that you're sharing. So this is twofold. One is the actual information. So it could be tips, guides, testimonials. It could be one of the speakers that is speaking at the event, information that they're sharing, so sharing what the content is. And the second, and this is actually something that's quite often missed, it's actually the event detail. So the venue, the time, parking, where is the local transport facilities. So it's just those little things that help your participants along the journey. So literally they can print off an email and be ready to attend your event. And you're making it as simple as possible. So that's ways that you can boost the likelihood that your attendees will arrive from the point of registration to the actual event day that you'll be hosting. And then a bonus tip for you, because the weekend is like just tomorrow, it is to include a countdown. So it's a great opportunity to really rev up that excitement. Let people know 7 days to go, 3 days to go, 2 days to go. Hey, tomorrow, this time we're going to be talking about ABC. So some great tips for you there. Now, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and starting to generate your ideas for communicating with your attendees to put your best foot forward for your attendees to arrive at your event. I'll speak to you soon.